Now, you know, if you live, you learn. The only manufacturer I ever knew was my cousin Simon. But you know something? I'm also a manufacturer, and you are too. Did you know that we all have a manufacturing plant in our bodies? Rosalie, come here and tell everybody what you learned in your biology school. Go, darling.
Well, everybody knows, Ma.
Everybody knows it. I didn't know it until you told me.
Well, our bodies are like wonderful machines. They manufacture air, skin, tissue, bones, everything.
Yeah, but do they also manufacture vitamins?
No, that's one thing they don't do.
No, you see, you have to get vitamins from outside, just like a car has to get gasoline to run itself. You see what they learn in school? That people have to eat to live, but who knows the right way to eat to get enough vitamins? Can I, for instance, measure a stuffed cabbage after it's cooked to see if my Jake is getting enough vitamins? Well, of course not. But can I stop cooking all the wonderful things that my family loves? I should say not. So what do? I give them ribitol so I can be absolutely sure that they get all the vitamins and minerals that they need. Nature is a wonderful machine, but ribitol is also wonderful. Try it. In just 1 week, you may see such a wonderful difference and feel so much better you wouldn't even know yourself. And you can buy ribitol for only $1.98. Imagine that. So why shouldn't you try it? Just try it.
All right. No.
What now?
I'll tell him. Bye.
Who? So who are you talking to?
Tante Elka's Joe.
So why didn't you let me talk?
He wanted to talk to Papa.
And not to me?
He said no, only Papa.
All right. David, darling, I hope they're sending out announcements already of the newborn baby. Oh, and they shouldn't forget to send Cousin Simon an announcement.
If they will forget to send Cousin Simon an announcement, it wouldn't be a calamity.
All right, David, please. After all, Simon is also a cousin.
He doesn't act like a cousin. We never see him, Ma. Was he always that way or only since he got rich?
Tangle out the wool. Better let me hear silence. Please. After all. What do you make?
How many stitches make a new baby sweater, Ma?
You look in the book and it'll show you exactly.
Oh. All right, you read the book, Rosalind, and I'll put down the stitch.
I'll read after and you set. Aunt Elka's coming for supper. Put a place for Elka, yeah, darling? Don't tangle yourself. Mine. Oh, David, did you see a baby?
Yeah.
So Tante Elka's Joe already has 3 children.
Ma,
Yeah.
who are they going to name the new baby after?
I hope this time after Tante Elka's mother.
It's time one of her grandchildren was named after Tante Elka's mother, Shinahan. Such a woman.
I wonder.
Wonderful.
Aren't any of Tante Elka's grandchildren named after her mother?
Nope.
Not one.
You know, Ma, I don't think a baby should be named until he develops certain characteristics of his own.
Yeah?
After all, do I look like a rose?
What then do you look like?
To me, you look like a blooming rose.
Who was I named after, Ma?
Oh, Mama's mama.
Grandma?
Yeah, my Sally the doctor was named after my father. And my grandchild Marilyn was named after my mother on my mother's side. Ah, this is a very...
I'll take it.
I'll get it.
I got it. Hello? Oh, Joe?
Joe again.
Yeah, how's the baby?
Huh?
What's the name?
Well,
Oh, not yet. He didn't name the baby yet.
no.
No. Well, no. Jake is not home.
So I'll talk.
But Molly's here.
So let me talk.
No? All right.
So you didn't want to talk to me?
No, he said Jake.
The second time he called Jake, not to me. 1 second. Elkily?
Hello.
Hello, darling. Hello, Elkily.
Hello.
How are you, Elkie? Huh? Elkie, but when Jake comes in, so we'll eat.
You hungry, Elkie?
Huh?
Even if I was hungry, could I eat? When a person's heart is broken, they can't eat.
So what is it, Elkie?
What happened? What happened already? The baby something? Sylvia don't feel good? Something with Joe?
What is it, Elkie?
A little water. Yes, Rosa.
Huh?
I asked them who they are going to name the baby after.
No, so what did they say?
Shenehania, they didn't say. Was there ever such a wonderful woman as my mother?
Never.
And
Never.
Tante Elka, you going to send an announcement to Cousin Simon?
oh, no. Absolute no.
Jay?
Jay.
Hello.
Good evening. Good evening, Molly, darling.
Elkie's here.
Well, hello, Elke.
Hello.
Elke, darling, take off your hat, take off your scarf, and we'll eat. Come, we'll eat right away. Oh,
What happened?
see, wrong, she's not there.
What?
She thought that Joe's third child would be named after her mother.
So who are they naming her after?
They didn't pick a name yet.
So what's the tears?
Because there shouldn't even be a question mark who the child should be named after.
Oh, why, you should be taken aback because Sylvia maybe won't name the baby after Joe's side of the family amazes me not a little.
What do you mean?
You evidently have a short memory, no?
What do you mean, Jake? What do you mean?
Nothing. I'm just recalling. Who did you name Sammy after?
A wife has the right to name her first child.
Rosalie was your second child. Who was she
Jake,
named
please.
after? I'm only asking a question.
Jake, sometimes...
Sometimes when the shoe is on somebody else's foot, you always forget you ever wore it yourself.
Jake, when Rosie, even when Rosie was born and after she was born, and we was talking and we was discussing names, what did you say and what did I say? I remember it like it was yesterday. You said, Molly, darling, whoever you want to name the baby after...
That's how I said that.
That's exactly how you said it to the punctuation.
I didn't say maybe one child should be named after my father.
So Sammy's middle name isn't after your father?
Well, does he ever use his middle name?
Do I tell him not to use it?
No.
So now you're going back to something what happened 18, 19, 21 years ago?
Do I tell Sammy not to use his middle name? Telephone.
Telephone.
Must be Joe because he called twice already.
If Joe talk to him, Molly.
Jake will talk first and then I'll talk after.
Hello? Oh, yes, Joe.
You talk and I'll talk when you're finished.
Yes?
Shanahan isn't a nice name for a girl.
Yes.
Well,
Yes, Joe, all right. All right, Joe, goodbye.
so why didn't you let me talk to Joe?
Jake, why didn't you let Molly talk?
Elke, whatever name is given the child, she'll have to make a name for herself anyway.
Jay. Jay.
What?
Jay, why didn't you let me talk to Joe?
Because something happened that's much more important than a name.
Wait, what? What happened?
Joe lost his job.
Oh, my.
3 children and no job.
Oh, Jake.
I promised him I wouldn't say one word to Elke.
No, who would say anything to Elsa? Jake, maybe there's something in your place for him.
If there was, would you have to ask me?
Oh, Jake. Who else in the family's in the dress business?
Only your cousin Simon.
Well, why only my cousin Simon?
Because from Simon you have nothing to hope for.
Elke, maybe you should send an announcement to Simon.
Simon? No. Absolute no.
Molly, if you think Simon will help Elka's son and give him a job, save your strength and don't waste your time.
I have plenty of time to spare, and I have plenty of strength, David, darling. Plenty. I am going personally to talk to Simon myself personally. And that's all. Yes. After all, when a situation in a family arises itself, then somebody has to lift the finger. After all, Joe knows the dress business from shipping to cutting and from cutting to designing. Somebody has to do something.
There were other situations in the family. Many times. Did Simon help? Never. Never, Molly.
Nevertheless, David. Nevertheless.
Oh, you think that Simon will give Joe a job, huh?
How will I know unless I ask you?
Ask me.
David, sometimes maybe it's not the easiest thing to be the richest man in a big family of poor people.
Did anybody ever want anything from Simon?
Yes,
Not me.
because you never needed anything from Simon.
Oh, and if Myrtle needed, and if Jenny needed, and if Sarah needed, did he help them? Or anybody in the family?
Myrtle or Sarah or Jenny treat Simon like a cousin, like a real cousin.
Molly cut my head off, and to me Simon will always be Simon.
After all, because Simon is rich, that's no reason to treat him like he don't belong to the family.
Molly, dear, when you talk nonsense,
Not nonsense, David. Not nonsense.
Did Simon ever invite us?
Do we wait for an invitation from Muscle or Jenny or Sarah?
Oh, I see. You think that Simon would be happy if you just fall in on him?
I do.
That I would like to see.
So come with me and you'll see. David, everybody has a house. You only have to know on what side it is. I'll wait for you. Want to come?
No, not
All right,
me.
So I'm going. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye. And if Jay comes home before I get back, tell him he's on the stove, simmering on a small light.
Well, you're the accountant. What's your advice?
Well, Mr. Simon, your overhead is the same as it was when your volume of business was greater, so naturally the figures show that...
I know what the figures show. My simple question is, does a man remain in business if he's not making any money? That's my question.
You're not losing money for the first 5 months of this current year. You're just about breaking even.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. With my investment in his business, I'm just breaking even. Is that why a man should remain in business, just to break even? Is that why I have to work and kill myself just to meet a payroll every week?
Well,
is no answer. But I have the answer. I'll just retire and enjoy myself. There's a big world that I haven't even seen yet. Yes?
A cousin to see you, Mr. Simon.
I have no time for any cousins. I'm very rich in cousins. Very rich. When do you see them? Whenever they need you, when they want something. Yes.
She said if you're busy, she'll wait.
She? Who is she? What is her name?
Just a minute.
Mr. Simon, if you'll just give me a moment to give
Now,
you
look, I've made up my mind completely. You get in touch with the North American Airlines and make a reservation for me. Yes.
Your cousin, Mrs. Molly Goldberg.
Oh, tell her I can't see her. I'm in conference.
Mr. Simon, I want to put myself on record as saying that things are looking upward, that there's a definite trend to improvement in business generally. There's no reason why you can't take a nice long vacation until things pick up.
But... Yes.
Your cousin says she has plenty of time.
Look, if this is about the family cycle, tell her I'm sending her a check. I got a check for $50 next time. Oh... Yes.
She has some cookies. She wants to give them to you personally.
Send her up.
You want me to make out that check for the family circle now?
Oh, never mind. I have the cash right here. Come in, Molly.
Hello?
I'll speak to you in the morning, Hickstein.
How do you do? Pleased to have met you.
Thank you.
Hello, Simon.
Oh, Molly, sit down. Sit down.
Shirley.
Well, here you are.
What's that?
That's my dues and my dues for the following year. I don't want Tante Elke and the family cycle to be saying that I'm not paying my dues.
Oh, Simon.
It's all right. It's all right. I know my family and how much they love me.
Don't you think they'd like to love you, Simon?
Who's stopping them?
You? Do you ever see them?
Do I ever get invited?
Do you ever invite them, Simon?
Molly, they come to you. Do you send out engraved invitations?
Listen, to them you're different, Simon. If they call you, they think that maybe you'll think that they want something, Simon, dear. After all, poor relations are bashful with rich relations. Here, Simon, I brought you cookies. Homemade, Simon. Homemade.
Sure.
I just
Thank
take
you.
2 eggs and a little flour and a little sugar, and I whip it and cookies.
Well, Molly, I've decided to take a trip around the world.
Yeah.
I'm going to give up my business.
You give up your business?
Yeah.
Simon, such a business. Oh, Simon, would you enjoy a vacation knowing that you don't have a business to come back to after your vacation? Not you, Simon.
If I had somebody that was near to me and dear to me, somebody I could trust.
You don't have people that are near to you?
Near, yes.
Dear to you, Simon?
Ah.
That's up to you, Simon, darling. Be dear to them and they'll be dear to you, Simon. Oh, with a family with so many aunts and uncles and cousins, first ones and second ones. Oh, could you go tripping? Could you take a trip with such a family circle?
Oh, Molly, please.
Simon, just by giving dues. From that you don't collect dividends, Simon. Know your family. Let your family know you, Simon. Did you know, for instance, that Tante Elke's middle boy, Joe, just had a little baby girl?
How should I know? Did I receive an announcement?
After all, they didn't want to send announcements because they thought maybe you would think that they want a present.
Oh, why shouldn't I give the baby a present? What's the baby's name?
They didn't name the baby yet, Simon. Oh, you little girl. Such a baby girl. Oh,
Well, after my mother, Hanabina, they won't name the baby. That you can be sure. Nobody in this family has ever given me that honor. Nobody has ever named the baby after my mother. You remember my mother, Molly?
Oh, sure. Who could forget Hanabina?
What a woman. What a wonderful woman. There never was a woman like my mother. I would do anything in this world for that child. They would name her after my mother. After Hanabina.
Anything.
Anything.
One thing you have to say for my Molly. An optimist she is. If she thinks Simon is going to give Joe a job.
My word. You want the prunes now, or you want to wait for Molly?
We'll have it later.
I'm here.
Oh?
I'm home.
Well?
You should have stayed home, huh, Molly?
Joe didn't get here yet.
Was he supposed to be
Of
here?
course, I called him.
Simon gave Joe a job.
Wait, I'll take off my things.
He didn't?
He did or he didn't?
Maybe he will.
Well, why should there be a maybe?
Because Simon said if Joe will name the baby after his mother, Hanabina, then there's nothing he wouldn't do for the child and for Joe.
What?
Again, say it. I didn't hear it.
What's the matter? Simon's mother wasn't a wonderful woman.
Simon's mother, not Elka's mother. It'll be a tragedy for Elka.
David, you have to weigh one tragedy against the other tragedy. The big tragedy is that Joe, a father with 3 children, hasn't got a job. That's the tragedy. And, Jake, if you didn't promise Joe that you wouldn't tell Elka, I would tell her myself, and she would see eye to eye with my eyes, I'm sure.
One thing you have to say for Simon. He loved his mother.
That must be Joe.
You do the talking,
Who
Molly.
then? 1 second, 1 minute. Oh, Joe?
Oh, Joe?
What's the emergency? Mama was here. Tell her we decided to name the baby after her mother, Shane Henny. We're looking for an English translation to Shane Henny.
Joe.
I don't know what to think of first, finding a job or naming the child to please
Joe,
my mother.
I found a job.
What do you mean?
Cousin Simon is looking for a man like you.
Simon?
Yeah.
I don't think I saw Simon since my bar mitzvah.
He wants you to name the baby after his mother.
Yeah.
How can I do that?
Well, if you told Mama the situation, maybe.
Oh, Mama mustn't know I lost my job, Molly. Please.
All right, so take Simon's job. And you'll have a new job before she knew that you lost the old one. Joe. Joe.
What choice have I got? But why does Simon want my child to be named after his mother? I don't understand it.
Because you have to understand Simon. How much he loved his mother and how much his mother loved him.
Who else loved Simon but his mother?
What was Simon's mother's name?
Hanabina.
Well, what's the English translation to Hanabina?
The English translation to Hanabina.
Hanabin.
Hanabina.
David, what would Hanabina be in English?
Hanabina.
Huh?
Who are you expecting, Molly?
Nobody.
So tell him to come in.
Come.
Hanabina.
Oh, Elka. Hello. Hello, Elka. Hello, Elka. Joe is here.
Oh, hello.
Hello, Ma.
Well, did you name your baby yet?
Well,
Well, it's still there. Very nice. You see, Mom? Have children. I don't deserve the honor. That one of your children should be named after my mother. Your first child, you're named after your wife's mother. All right. The second child, you're named after your wife's grandmother. But the third child, why shouldn't it be named after my mother? I'm asking you. Tell me. Tell me. I'm asking a question. Shouldn't it be after my mother? Tell me, shouldn't that be after my father?
Molly, for this you'll have to be a King Solomon and not less.
Jay, you're sleeping?
I'm sleeping. And you sleep too.
I'm trying, Jake. I can't close an eyelash now.
Good night.
No. Jay, what do you think?
Molly, it's 3 in the morning, and I'm not going to discuss it any further. If the party or the first part can't make up his mind, what do you want from me?
Oh, I'm in such a dilemma. Such a big dilemma. Jay, if you were Joe, what would you do?
I'd have twins. Good night.
Good night. Jay,
Sleep.
if I could solve the problem, I would sleep.
Good night.
Good night.
All right. Molly,
Yeah,
you sleeping?
I think I'm sleeping, Jake. Good night.
Good night.
Elke, you'll have to wait until Molly comes home. I don't know anything, and I have nothing to say.
Did you hear the name? They named the baby.
Yeah?
Bonnie Ann.
Bonnie Ann?
Yeah.
Bonnie Ann. Some King Solomon your mother is. Bonnie Ann.
Is that the name for a girl? Molly said she was going to talk to Silver.
Oh, you're here, Elke?
Yes, I'm here.
No? You're happy with the name?
Happy. Why should I be happy? With Bonnie Ann, I should be happy.
You wanted the baby to be named after your mother, no?
So Bonnie Ann is after my mother.
Hello, Molly. Hello.
Hello, Elke.
What kind of a name is Bonnie Ann?
What do you mean, Elke's mother's name?
After my mother is Bonnie Ann.
Well, of course. Your mother's name is Shayna Henna, no?
So?
No. So Shayna
Yeah.
means pretty. And pretty is Bonnie. And Henna is Annie. So pretty Annie is Bonnie Ann. Yeah.
Bonnie Ann.
Is Shayna Henna.
Very nice, Molly.
Simon.
Very nice.
Simon.
To say that I'm surprised, I'm not.
Simon.
I just heard what they named the baby.
Simon.
You told me they named the baby after my mother.
You, mother. Why should my grandchild be named after you, mother? What did you ever do for the family that you should deserve such honors?
Simon, tell Tante Elke what you were prepared to do for her son and the child. Tell her.
So tell me
If
why.
I was a mother and anybody was going to do what I was prepared to do for you, to give your son a job. Not only a job, but to take him into my business.
What is it? My son hasn't got no job.
Your son has no job.
My Joe is without a job.
Simon.
Don't expect any assistance from me.
Oh, please.
I'm good until I'm taken advantage of.
Simon, will you listen?
All I asked was for the baby to be named after my mother.
Will you listen?
Don't get excited. Will you
listen to me?
Shut, listen to Mama.
One word. Is there a law against naming a baby after two wonderful people? Shana, Henna, and Hannabina?
But how does Bonnie Ann come to Hannabina?
Listen, Hannah is Anne, you know, and Bina is Bella, and Bella is beautiful, and beautiful is Bonnie. So Hannabina is beautiful Annie, and beautiful Annie is Bonnie Ann.
No?
No? Oh, well? Elke, why not? Why not, Elke? Why not?
King Solomon.
See, my Jake was right when he said to Elke, whatever name is given, in the end the child must make a name for itself. If George Washington and Abraham Lincoln didn't make their names great by their deeds, who would ever heard of them? Nobody. So it's the same with everything. For instance, why is Ributol Ributol? Because to millions of people, the name Ributol means help and confidence. Look at me and my family. Did you ever see us looking any better? And what's more important, I never felt better. So why don't you be a friend to yourself? Now, with the heat of the summer coming, with shopping and packing for vacations, don't get yourself so bedraggled. And don't think that because the summer is here that you'll get your vitamins from the sunshine. All right, a little sunshine is good, I'm not saying that. But you don't get from the sunshine the 22 elements that you get in Ributol. Oh, no. In hot weather is when you lose vitamins the most. In hot weather you also eat less. So you are probably eating foods with the least amount of vitamins. And why should that be? Isn't that foolish? When for a few cents a day you don't have to be tired. Listen, Ributol may do for you what it did for me and my whole family circle. And also, and listen careful, give extra attention to your children in the summer. That's when vitamins are more important than ever. Today, the scientists know that during the summer, children need vitamins the most. And what could be better for them than Juvenol, the rich blood-building tonic for children under 16? And these are the names to remember. Juvenol for children, and it tastes like lollipops. And Ributol for your family that's over 16. Why should you be too tired too often? So let it be Ributol and only Ributol. And Juvenile for all the children should be only Juvenol. I'm telling you. And remember the name, Juvenol.
Is the Dumont Television Network.